Hey everyone, it's Facebook question of the week time, and this week's question comes from Jack Steiner, who I call Dear Abby. Actually, Bill Dorman and I were having drinks, and he said, I think that Jack Steiner is Dear Abby. And I said, I think you're right. So now we call him Dear Abby, and we send him Dear Abby letters, which you can totally copy if you want. Dear Abby is Jack Steiner. He asks, if a client told you that their time is really limited and they could only focus on 2 social media platforms, which would you advise them to choose? This is going to be a terrible answer, but I'm going to say it depends. And it really depends on where your client's customers are participating online. You know, the fact of the matter is that everybody's participating online in some fashion. It might be email, it might be Facebook, it might be Twitter, it might be Google+, it might be Pinterest, it might be YouTube, it might be Flickr, it might not be any of those, and they're just reading vlogs and not contributing. They may just be doing Google searches. So you really have to figure out where they're participating online. The best way to do that is to set up Google alerts. You know, they're free. They're not going to give you a ton of information like the paid monitoring services will, but it's going to give you enough to at least get started and figure out where you should be participating. The way the Google alerts come to you, they come to you in an email. You can do it just once a day, and it breaks it down for you. So based on your search terms, if your search term is your name or your company name or the industry or top competitors or products in the industry, whatever your search terms are, it will look for that phrase or those terms online, and then it'll send you an email and it'll say, okay, here's all the mentions on websites, and here are all the mentions on blogs, and here are all the mentions in the social networks, and here are the mentions in comments. So it breaks it down for you so you can start to see a trend of where people are having those conversations online. And then that's how you decide what you're going to do. There are other tools I like to use like FlipTop, where you can actually import your contacts to see where they're participating online based on the email address that you have for them. Gist, G-I-S-T. And I also really like Xobni, which is a platform that you install into your email, and every time somebody emails you, it gives you all of their information, including the social networks that they're participating on, what time of day they answer their email, how often they answer their email, the last time that you emailed them, whether or not you've sent them attachments. So it gives you a lot of really good intellectual information that helps you decide where you're going to participate online. So it really depends on where your customers are. I always advise clients that that's one of the first things we do is figure out where it is their customers are participating online and then start building there. So you never want to build something on Twitter if they're not participating on Twitter, for instance. If you have a question for us, go to facebook.com/ArmandDietrich. Leave it on the wall there. If you'd prefer someone other than me answer it, leave that as well. And I'll talk to you guys soon.